Hey,
It's happening.
just run into Tom Little on a random one, yeah?
Run into me, boy.
Listen, I come to your hood, man. I come to your hood,
my neck
man.
of the woods. Good Turkish up there. Watch that car, it's gonna run you over.
Pep Talk UK, Pro Beez. Once again, remember, subscribe. And I just pulled into Tom Little's, your hood.
My hood, just getting me meal preps from Domino's.
Is this part of training camp? Domino's Pizza, yeah? Yeah,
they're supplying. I'm gonna come in at all career heaviest. Yeah, just plan on going for a brawl, like a pub brawl. So listen, pub brawl and pizza, that's a perfect combination, isn't it?
Hey, it's kind of ironic. I only just interviewed your opponent for November the 21st.
I bet he ain't on the cookie dough, son, is he? I bet he ain't on the cookie dough.
You know, fair to Babic, he said he doesn't worry about nutrition.
No.
That's what he said.
Well, wouldn't do. He wouldn't do, would he? He'd like, without being rude or anything, he's not the biggest of heavyweights, so I suppose he can eat what really he wants. Do you know what I mean? But when you're like myself, who struggles a bit with putting on fat cells, I've just learned to embrace it. Hence the Domino's. I'm glad to have them on board.
It's an 8-rounder. I can see the extra cookies getting you right through, man.
Mate, listen, the sugar numbers and E numbers on these will last me through to mid-January. Trust me, I'm good to go. I'm walking around buzzing off me nuts.
Hey, speaking to Babic, he's pretty confident that, you know, he can turn you over.
Listen, that's very good to hear. Look, I ain't got a bad word to say about Babic. I could sit here and trash talk, but listen, that wouldn't be me being real. Do you know what I mean? Me and him have made a promise to one another, a bloodbath, a bloodbath, and then go and drink the hotel bar dry in celebration to the winner. Now, I wouldn't have rung up and specifically asked for the fight if I thought I was going to get turned over. I'm at a situation, I'm at a point in my career where I can't afford to be turned over, especially by someone without, again, not being disrespectful or anything, but it's not like I'm fighting a former Olympian, someone who's beaten Joshua or a Daniel Dubois who everybody's raving on about, or a Filip Hrgovic, or, do you know what I mean? Listen, I think Babic's an incredible fighter, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. What I'm saying is, in the eyes of the unknowing public, nobody really knows how great he is. There's no extended amateur pedigree to suggest that he's going to be the next tipped world champion. Everybody's just running this crazy train, which is fun and everything, but nobody really knows the limitations of him. You want limitations? I'll put them to the test.
So is the idea to get Babic early before he gets that experience?
My idea is meet him in the middle and cause an absolute war zone. A war zone. Listen, there's going to be scenes of Baghdad in there where we're saying there's going to be bomb holes laid all over Wembley Arena, because I'm a big man. I'm a big just shy of 6'6". I'm not a small heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? I don't plan on running. I don't plan on running. Like, cardio ain't my sort of thing. So we're gonna go. Listen, head down, chin down, and let's see who falls first.
Big man, stuffed crust, big pizza.
Mate, listen, let me tell you something. When you're running off of extra dairy cheese, you know what I mean, and double topped pizzas, listen, I don't mess about with all this here. Triple barbecue base, you know what I mean, 4 toppings of cheese, pepperonis, a side of hot wings. That just to keep the nutritionist happy, to say that I've had a bit of healthy chicken. Do you know what I mean? Dash them if you want, but look, I'm gonna lay on the full Domino's effect.
Hey, November the 21st. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Mate, I can't wait. I've never been so up for a fight. I've never ever been so up for a fight and so confident of winning since I fought Josh Sandler. Listen, I've never been so sure that I'm gonna do a number, that I'm gonna go out and I'm going to inflict maximum pain, maximum hurt, and literally literally, I'm gonna lay it all down on the line. My career, my world title is November 21st. That's my world title fight. That's me. I'm not gonna be remembered for what went down in Saudi. I won't let my career be defined by that. I will listen. I'm not an ex-Olympian. I'm not saying I'm never con nobody. I'm domestic class, domestic level. I view personally myself, and he's yet to prove otherwise, Babic as anything other than domestic level. Now I believe I cope with domestic level. So here we go. Let's get it on. And look, nice bit of grass over there. Me and Babic get on there today. Smack, 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 smack. Gypsy style.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You got some big balls. You take on killers,
mate. Listen,
you just take on killers, man.
Listen, do you know what it is though? When I do, I ain't got long left in the sport. Well, I've got 3 years, and I promised my little boy I'm gonna win him a domestic. Well, promised me a little boy and my dad. Before I get out of boxing, I will walk out with some silverware. And that's it. But when I do leave boxing, I will know how good I was and how good I wasn't, because anything, I will know where I fell short, and I will know where I succeeded. And I'm not out to con people. Never made out that I was ever going to be a world champion. Never thought I was going to be a world champion. Do you know what I mean? But look, world champions alone don't make the sport of boxing. They don't make this great sport what it is. What makes it what it is the people that's out there. Listen, I don't care about a loss. I don't care about nothing. As long as I know, I go out there and I give my heart and soul, and I fight whoever's there to us. There's no one thing nobody will ever be able to say about me is, listen, that man dodged such and such, and that man was too scared to fight him. Listen, I don't fear the devil himself. And that's what I was saying. I don't fear the devil himself, so I wouldn't fear some man with a pair of gloves on, and there's a referee in there, and all health and safety precautions being taken, even COVID tests. So let's go. Listen, there's no need to fear anyone. Listen, he's got 2 arms, 1 head. I've got 2 arms, 1 head. We're gonna meet in the middle, swing until one falls over, and like I said, go and drink the hotel room dry.
You know what Alen Babic told me? He says, I'm a savage. I only feast on meat. Yeah. Savage meat.
I only feast on, well, I feast on anything, as you can tell. But you'll probably go away from here and find me rooting through that bin for some leftover crusts. But no, do you know what it is? Savage is a very savage, but I don't think he's a, look, I've been brought up around crazy. Crazy don't frighten me. So listen, he likes me. I like hunting, killing and carrying meat. I like going out into the wilderness, grabbing something, ripping its head off and eating it. But that don't make me any more less human than any other man.
He said that he likes giants, actually.
He likes giants.
He says, I love slaying giants.
I love midgets. No, do you know what it is? I know he's coming out with a point to prove. I know he's coming out with a point to prove, and it's bittersweet because me and him do actually get on so well, and that's what I love about this sport. You can be friends, you can say, man, listen, don't get it wrong. If you were my brother by birth, you can bet your life, if you stand across that ring from me, the minute that bell goes, I'm going to try and take your head clean off your shoulders. So you best be trying to do the same to me. And do you know what the best thing is about Alen? Is I know I'm never even going to have to ask that question. I know that man is going to come like a raving lunatic with a day pass from his care home. I like, that's how it's going to go down. It's going to be from round 1 to however long it lasts is, whoever goes over. One thing I can make a guaranteed fact on, this fight don't go distance. This fight do not go distance, and you will not see no Roy Jones or Sugar Ray Leonard or Pernell Whitaker style stuff in there. Look more towards Rocky Marciano, Roberto Duran and Jack Dempsey all rolled into one, having a Royal Rumble on the 21st. That's what I reckon we're going to be seeing.
Is it fair to say that the winner will have Dave Allen in his sights?
I've always got Dave in my sights. Dave just ain't got me in mind. I was willing to jump in with Dave notice. I even put it out there just because I didn't shame them on social media. I said I can be in Wembley ready to go in 20 minutes. COVID test me and in my fight, no problem. But look, Dave don't want none of me. He never has done. That's fair play. I wish him all. I was gutted for him. I've had that happen to me. Fights pull out last minute and whatever not, and for whatever reason, listen, it's a sick, you know, and I felt sorry for him. But look, Dave will never ever struggle for a fight because I am always here. I am here, and you know what they say: "In who asks shall receive." I keep asking, but I'm not receiving. So that tells me something. that tells me that they either think I'm really shit and not worth a fight, which I think nobody can really agree on that if you know boxing, or they don't think what I think it is. They just know stylistically I'm everything Dave Allen do not want to be near. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, look, they got my number. I'm not a hard man to find. I'm not a hard man to track down. But at the minute, my focus is on nothing other than Alen Babic, and then if Dave wants it, he can get it. Let me show you something. I'm never shy of smoke. I've got plenty of smoke for whoever wants to step up and get it. No problem. In 2 minutes, on that green, in a ring, wherever they want it, they can have it.
I'm just trying to kind of imagine a fight build up with you and Dave Allen. That would be very entertaining.
Listen, do you know what it is though? You know, like, it would be entertaining, but you know, the minute he started mentioning clubbing me head in the toilets like he did that poor old American fella,
Chris Lovejoy.
Yeah, like, I'm afraid to say, there and then, I would have got stuck straight into him. No two words about it. Listen, there'll be no man ever tell me what he's going to do to me, what he wouldn't, because I wouldn't give him the chance of diving him and bite his face off. Like, I can't be dealing with all that. I'm going to do this here. Don't wait to get me in front of a camera and do it. The man's been walking around him all through a hotel, and then you wait until you get a camera. See, that there to me is fake. That's being fake. Don't be like that. Tell the man straight to his face, away from me. If you're that serious about doing it, let me put it this way. If I said to you, Beez, I'm going to go in here and rob that. Right, I'm gonna rob them in a minute. I'm gonna hold them up, and I'm gonna commit a severe crime in there. I wouldn't wait until you got your camera rammed in my face to do it, would I? If I was that dead set on doing it, I wouldn't tell nobody. I'd just walk in there and get it done. If you generally mean doing something, you don't need to wait until someone got a camera in your head to go and do it. So I'm not about all that. Listen. I'll be anyone's friend, and listen, I will play up for a camera and have a laugh and a joke, like anybody would. Of course I would. Listen, this is entertainment business. This is violent show business. But, and there's a very big but here. If you're talking about beating a man outside, you should be willing to stand by them words. And don't try and become an overnight bad guy, because that ain't what I'm saying. Play the card that you're dealt, make people laugh, have a fight, and just be done with it, Dave. Do you know what I mean?
So November the 21st, I mean, we just get the news that there is no Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin, the main event on the same card that you're fighting on. Would you make of this whole Povetkin getting COVID-19 in hospital?
Do you know what it is? It's just, I feel bad for him. I wish him a healthy recovery. I hope he's safe and well. I feel gutted for Dillian. Like, obviously he wants to put that skeleton to bed. Don't feel proper bad for him. But do you know what? It'll come around again. I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm gutted that I'm not on the undercard of that fight. That was one fight I was really looking forward to. But you know, at this particular moment in time, without being harsh or anything, my focus has been on nothing other than Alen Babic. As long as he's healthy, as long as he's ready to fight, that's all I'm worried about. But listen, I wish Povetkin all the best and a speedy recovery. And I hope the boys get it back on and they get it all sorted out, and that Dillian can put his blip to bed, because that's all it was for him, as a blip. A classic sign of heavyweight boxing there. You can be winning, you can now be ready to tuck your man in good night, and just got caught with a peach. a peach what Povetkin notoriously throws very well, but a peach all the same. You'd have to be a blind man to see that he wasn't losing that fight, and Dillian was about to close the show. But again, like I just said, I hate to repeat myself, but it's heavyweight boxing. You can be losing, and that's it. It's the one weight division where everybody's got that get out of jail card.
What do you think of Eddie Hearn's idea, Fury against Dillian Whyte? I mean, both now looking for an opponent.
Yeah, but I think it's too short. I think it's too short a notice. I thought they signed to fight Caballero, didn't they? No.
He's got the contract, but we don't know whether it's signed yet.
Okay.
We had 24 hours, so we'll soon find out.
Okay.
If it's signed.
Okay. Well, I'll guarantee this here.
But he can still pull it if it's a big fight like Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, but do you not think a fight with Dillian Whyte deserves more of a build? And then plus they'll have to decide who's broadcasting it with the rival promoters. There's a lot to get done there before December. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot to get done there. I'd love to see the fight. I'd love to see the fight of both of my mates. May the best man win. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's a little bit too much to ask on the time scale that they're thinking. But remember, it's Fast Eddie, isn't it, again? So I'm pretty sure he's done everything in boxing apart from parting the Red Sea. So if there's anybody that can make that fight, it will be Eddie.
And obviously the two promoters talked about working with each other, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren.
Yeah,
this could be the opportunity.
But this could be
boom, boom, boom.
It could be the opportunity. In an idealistic world, it would be the opportunity. But I think it's something like this here which we'll find out which promoter's interview was just words and who genuinely meant it. Do you know what I mean? Because how many times have you done interviews with people? Let's just flip it like this here, with fighters that say, yeah, I'll fight him, but that fight never happens because one of them don't want to do it. Do you know what I mean? But on camera they'll say, yeah, I want it, I want it. Do you know what I mean? So listen, if they do want to work together, and they are, what an opportunity! What a step out fight! One of Eddie's lead pay-per-view stars going in with of my opinion, the best heavyweight of this generation. So there it is. All they got to do is just sit down, be adult about it, have a chat, get it on. I can't see it happening in December though, but it can be made, can't it? Of course it can.
Maybe they could delay it slightly. Dillian Whyte gets his world title shot.
Yeah, that would be bittersweet. Do you know what I mean? No, not bittersweet. That would be like the icing on the cake. Do you know what I mean? Like he finally gets his shot. How mad would that be though? He had to suffer a loss to get his shot.
Life.
How mad would that be?
Life is upside down,
mate. That would genuinely be the swerve balls of all swerve balls.
Mm-hmm. But as far as you're concerned, Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte would they take it in a heartbeat if it was on the table?
Both of them boys, knowing them personally, both of them got the art of a lion. Fight anybody, don't care for nobody. Do you know what I mean? Believe they beat everybody. Do you know what I mean? So listen, they're two genuinely. I'm proud to call them countrymen, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Because they go out, they represent, they put everything on the line every time. They don't dip, dive and duck. Do you know what I mean? Dillian Whyte's proved that over and over and over again with the fights he's taken. So look, I wouldn't have no hesitation in saying who would sign that fight straight away. And I don't think any one of them would leave their pen at home.
You know what? I've just kind of figured out that behind you looks like the backdrop to when Deontay Wilder did his video over the weekend. The light bit.
Yeah.
What did you make of that?
We've got no music sound effects. So listen, that man needs an Oscar. That man needs an Oscar. He's bringing into his video. That ain't just some man now with an iPhone on the balcony giving out a statement. I've been missing everybody, but listen, I'm here, I want to fight, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? Nah, he come with full music production. Do you know what I mean? He must have took a solid. I know where he's been now. He's been taking acting classes. because let me tell you something, that was as theatrical as fuck, right? The man is, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's the most deluded human being I've ever met, like blaming his corner for drugging him. So what was it? Was you drugged or was your suit too heavy? Come on, you got to make one choice. You can't be the two. Wait there, or was the suit drugged as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Come on, just give the man his props. You're meant to be something. That's a sign. That's a sign of a real champion, of a real champion. When he says, you know what, son, you got me. You done me. There you go. Let me tell you something. A 19-stone man in 10-ounce gloves and his hands wrapped properly don't need something inside it to put a dent inside your head. That will happen. That's swelling. That's swelling. You scratch your ear, you're getting cuffed, laces upside of the gloves there, everything. That can happen. Personally, myself, I think why his legs went a bit bandy, he would have had a perforated eardrum, personally myself, but what do I know, not a doctor. But that seems to be screaming at the obvious. Do you know what I mean? But what's it all about, bro? Just let it go. Just let it go. Cry a river, build a bridge and get the fuck over it, mate. Stop coming out with this shit, blaming your poor old trainer. Sacked him. Sacked the man. I hope they paid him still. Do you know what I mean? The one man that was genuinely looking out for his health, got rid of and blamed everything on. Now that, you know what that is? That's when you were in a sport full of yes men around you. Because listen, these world class fighters, they gain entourages, right? And now you become part of an entourage, is you do a lot of this. Yeah. I think I was drugged. Yeah, you were drugged. Yeah. I think his glove was in the wrist. His hand was in the wrist of the glove. Yeah. 100% that was in there. And then you get this team of army ants what would feed you full of this shit. Where you're saying, whereas you know, if you're a real mate, and I've got a lot of real mates, and they got no problem in saying, because trust me, when Majidov nearly caved my skull in, I never had nobody saying his hands went in the gloves properly. I was saying, do you know what my mate said to me? Bruv, that man was an animal. Stay away from people like that. He's
a psycho. Yeah.
They're gonna make your career a lot shorter. Let's steer away from them. What are you taking fights against these guys for? That's what real mates do. Don't fill you full of shit that you want to believe. Because let me put it this way, I've got friends in boxing that fight at eye level, and if one of them took a pasting like that and they come around me saying, I think my drink was drugged, my suit was too heavy, listen, as a friend, I'd smack them around the ear and say, listen, boy, give your head a wobble, man. The man, what did he knock every last bit of common sense out of you? Like, the man was just on a different level to what you are. This game is all about levels, and my friend, you are not on ease. Do you know what I mean? Now go, drink your milk, and dry your eyes, and stop making up fictional shit, because you're making us all look like idiots.
You think Fury's going to respond to Wilder's rant?
Listen, lions don't concern themselves with opinions of sheep today, and that's what he's done. He's just made himself look like a sheep. He ain't showed not one bit of champion quality, and look, the man's achieved more than I will ever dream to achieve. The man has achieved more than I ever wish to dream to achieve. And man have beat me up and down this square like a wet sack. But the one thing he hasn't got, and I have in abundance, is a little thing called honour. When you honour, so that when you can look up, when you can hold your head high and say, listen, I went down swinging, I gave me heart, I gave me soul, but the man was a better man. Listen, look at the stick I gave Daniel Dubois when me and him fought. Look at the stick I gave him, right? And no good saying I didn't, right? Whether I had a broke hand or not, right? I took a beating. I walked, the first place I went, the minute the doctor finished what I was saying, I walked straight to that man, looked him in the eye like a man, and said, well done, you beat me, the better man won, well done. Do you know what I mean? And that's what sport's about. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. Stop making up this theatrical shit. If you wanna do that, go and start your own sitcom, man. Listen, this is sport. This is real life. Don't try and make it into a pantomime. Because there's stupid people that believe that shit. Do you know what I mean? What's Tyson done to deserve that sort of shit put out? What's he done? What has he done? You're trying to rob the man of the greatest comeback in sport in history. Like you. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna start proper swearing. I'll start proper going into it because when I think about it, it proper winds me up. God, just a dip.
Hey Tom, man. Look, man. I know you got to get your post-workout meal, man. I better let you do that, man. I better let you fuel up, man.
I'm gonna hold off the mushrooms. Hold off the mushrooms tonight. Give me gas.
Buy one get one free.
Buy one get one free. I'm gonna take 7.
All right, Tom, man. It's been a pleasure.
God bless you, my brother.
Catch up, man. Enjoy your pizza, man.
I will do. See you in a bit.
Pep talk. Thank you.